Hi friends, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to go and some basics. Okay, we are going to learn how to make a granny square. For all those new ones, beginners who want to learn granny square, I tried my level best to get it as simple as I can. But if you have still any questions with the granny square or anything anywhere in the video, then feel free to let me know and I will surely answer them for you. Okay, so for making this granny square, I use this DK yarn, okay, from hobby store. So you can use any yarn whichever you have handy, okay, and then you can see the stitch, and then you can see the hook size it recommends. So this is 3 lightweight yarn, okay, and the hook size it recommends is 4.5 mm. So that's what I'm going to use it for today, that is 4.5 mm. Okay, then we are going to need one needle, scissors to cut the yarn, and very important is stitch markers. You need 4 of them for learning purpose. Okay, so if you have stitch markers, you can use it, or you can use safety pins or anything which is handy for you, so that you can mark your corners and learn about them. Okay, so here we go. Let's get into the basics and let's start making a granny square, right? Okay, so for making this granny square, we are going to learn how to make a granny square. So there are 2 different ways for starting a granny square. One with a cinch circle and one by making a loop with the chain 5. So we are going to start the chain 5 method for the first time if you are doing this granny square. So we are going to start with the slip knot, okay, and then place it on a hook like this. And then we are going to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, once you have your chain 5, you're going to go into the first stitch here, go into that. Okay, now you have 2 loops on your hook, so you're going to yarn over and pull through both the loops. Make sure you're holding your circle, whichever this is created, with your thumb and your middle finger. Okay, so once you have pulled through, you just chain 1 for securing. Okay, so now we have here a circle. So in this circle, we are going to work our granny stitch. Okay, so I'm holding the yarn with the circle, or you can just leave it like this and weave it in later. So now we are going to start our granny stitch. So we always start with the chain 3. So I have already done chain 1 for securing. So I'm going to chain 2 more, 1 and 2. So I have my chain 3. So this chain 3 counts as the first double crochet. Okay, now we are going to put 2 more double crochet in this circle. So yarn over, insert your hook in the circle, okay, in the middle of the circle, grab the yarn, pull it out. Now you have 3 loops on the hook, so grab the yarn, pull it through the 2 loops, then yarn over and pull it to 2 more. So that's our first double crochet. Okay, now we are going to make 1 more double crochet. yarn over, insert it in the middle. So everything we are working, it goes from the middle. Okay, pull it up, then pull through 2, and then pull through 2. So we have our first set of granny stitch, that is 3 double crochet. Okay, so now we are going to chain 2. Okay, then we are going to make this set again. So this chain 2 counts as the first corner. So we have made chain 2 for the first corner, and we have one of the side. So a granny square needs 4 sides and 4 corners. So we have first corner here and first side over here. So now let's create the next side, and that will be 3 double crochet in the circle. So 1 double crochet, 2 and 3. Okay, so we have created one more side. Now we are going to create a corner. After a side comes the corner, so chain 2 for the corner. Now let's create the third side. So 3 double crochet for a side, 1, 2 and 3. Okay, so we have 2 corners and 3 sides. Let's create our third corner by chain 2. Now let's go for our last side, that is the fourth side. So 3 double crochet, so we have got our fourth side. Now we have only 3 corners, so we need our fourth corner here. So we will chain 2 for the corner. Okay, so now to complete this granny square, we need to slip stitch. So we are going to slip stitch in this chain 3 which we did in the third chain. So you can count from the bottom here, first chain, then the second, and then comes the third here up. Okay, so in that third chain we are going to slip stitch like this. Slip stitch is what is, we insert the hook in the third chain, grab the yarn and pull it through the next loop, so that we have joined our granny square round. So we have completed round 1. So remember that this chain 2 are the corners. Okay, now we need to move to the corner. Always we are going to start from the corner. So we are at the side, so we need to go to the corner. So how we are going to go, we are going to grab the top of this first double crochet here which we find and slip stitch. Okay, then next insert the hook, pull the yarn and pull it through. We have done 2 slip stitch, and now we are going to go in the third slip stitch, and we reach at this corner. Okay, so we did 3 slip stitch to reach at the corner. So now once we are at the corner, we are going to start this next round. Okay, round 2 of the granny stitch. So we are going to start with chain 3. Always we start with chain 3. Okay, now the corners. Now always the corners get 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet. So this chain 3 counts as the first double crochet. Now we need to put 2 more double crochet to get one set of 3 double crochet. So we put 1 and 2 double crochet here. So we have got one set of 3 double crochet, chain 2 for the corner as always, and then 3 more double crochet in the same place, the same corner here. 1, 2 and 3. So we have got our first corner here. Okay, that is 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet. Now what we are going to do here is we are going to grab our stitch marker. So here's my first stitch marker, and I'm going to put at the here in the chain 2 to mark that this is my corner. Okay, then after this we are going to chain 1 for the side. Here is the side, so we are going to chain 1 for the side, and then we have the corner. So we'll go in the corner and we'll do the same thing which we did here for this corner, because all the corners get the same. So 3 double crochet, 1, 2 and 3, chain 2 and 3 double crochet in the same place. 1, 2 and 3. Okay, and then we mark our corner. Okay, with the stitch marker we go into the chain 2 and mark it. Okay, so now we have our 2 corners, then chain 1 for the side, then we go in the next corner and we put our 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet, chain 2 and 3 double crochet in the corner. Okay, so here is our third corner, so we mark it with the stitch marker. Okay, chain 1 for the side, and now we have our last corner. We are going to do the same. 1, 2 and 3, chain 2, 2 and 3. Then chain 1 for the side, for this side chain 1, and now we have reached at the start. So what we do, we go in the third chain, so first, second and third chain, and we just grab 2 loops of the chain. Okay, insert our hook in the chain, grab the yarn and pull it out and pull it through this first loop here, and that is slip stitch. Okay, now let's see what we have here. We have our 4 corners. You can see as we have marked them, we have 4 corners and 4 sides, right? Now we go for the next round. So what we have to do for the next round, and each and every round, we always start at the corner which is closest to our working loop. So we are going always this clockwise, so we go this side, this corner. Okay, so we have to do 3 times slip stitch to reach at the corner. So first goes in the first double crochet you find here, slip stitch 2 times, and the third here. Okay, Now remove the stitch marker because you're already in the square, already in the corner. Okay, now what you're going to do, always for starting a new row, chain 3, 1 2 3, and as it is a corner always gets 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet. So 2 more double crochet to get a set of 3 double crochet, chain 2, and then 3 double crochet in the corner. Okay, that's the corner. So we mark our corner. Here we go, and we mark our corner here. Then chain 1 for the side. For this 3 double crochet, we are going to skip them, so we chain 1 for the skip. Okay, now we have this space here, the chain 1 space from the previous row. So in that chain 1 space we put 3 double crochet, because we can't go directly in the corner, it will really crumble the square. Okay, so always we put in the space whichever we get between our corners. How many space we get, chain 1 space, that many times we will put 3 double crochet. So 1 2 and 3. Now we are going to skip over this 3 double crochet here, so we chain 1. Okay, whenever we are skipping the 3 double crochet, we chain 1 for that, and the next space we are getting is a corner. So we will remove the stitch marker and we will go directly in the corner and put our corner 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet. Okay, mark the corner before you leave. We have this 3 double crochet, so chain 1 for skipping them and reaching here to the first space, putting 3 double crochet in that. 1 2 and 3. Now we have to reach the corner, we have to skip this ones, so chain 1 for skipping and go to the next corner. Now you're going to repeat the same thing which we did here, from here to here till you reach the end. Okay, and I will see you at the end over there. So here I finished. Okay, now when you finish your round, you are going to always slip stitch on the 3rd chain here on top to finish the round. Okay, so we have finished the round. Okay, here's our square. Okay, now this is the center here. Okay, now from the center you can come to know in which row you are, so you count the corners. This is the first corner here, then the second, and this is the 3rd corner. So you're on the 3rd row. So 1 2 3. Another way to come to know, just go side. Okay, so these are the corners here. Okay, just put finger over there in the corners. Now you see how many sets of granny stitch you get. So 1 2 and 3 sets of granny stitch between the 2 corners, so you're on the 3rd row. Okay, so 2 different way to find out which row you are. One, you keep your finger in the center and go in the corners because you have marked the corners, so you come to know 1 2 and 3, so 3rd row. Or you can put at the 2 fingers in the 2 corners like this and count the stitches, count the granny stitch. Okay, 1, 2 and 3 between the two corners, and that's how you come to know which row you're. Okay, so now we are going to do the 4th row. Okay, and then I will leave you to continue as long as you need, or you can just snip off with me, okay, for the next round. Okay, after the next round. So we always go to the corner to start the new round, and we always slip stitch 3 times. 1, 2 and 3. When we reach at the corner, just take out the marker. Okay, then chain 3 to start a round. Okay, and then 2 more double crochet to complete that granny stitch, the first set. Then chain 2, go into the same space, put our 3 more double crochet. Okay, and complete our corner, and then we put our stitch marker back here. Okay, to mark that's the corner for us. Then we have to skip through this 3 double crochet. That's the first granny stitch here, so chain 1 for skipping. Now we have 2 spaces here, so in this first space, chain 1 space, we put 3 double crochet, 1, 2 and 3. Now we have this one to skip, chain 1 for skipping, and then we go to the next space and put 3 double crochet. So now basically whenever you get any amount of spaces between the corners, you're going to put 3 double crochet. That's a granny stitch. Okay, so chain 1 for skipping this and reaching to the corner, and once we are at the corner, we are going to put our corner, that is 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet. So now continue for the rest remaining sides and the corners, and I will see you at the end. Okay, don't forget to mark your corners. It's very important to know where is your corners. Okay, chain 1 for the skip, and then do the sides. So once you finish your granny square, once you finish the round, here's our granny square with the granny stitch. We have finished the 4th round, and now we are, whenever you feel you want to finish, okay, a granny square, you're just going to chain 1, okay, after the slip stitch, chain 1 and then snip, okay, and then pull out like this. Okay, then pull it through, and that's done. Okay, now we are going to weave in the ends, but before that I will show you without the stitch marker, the granny square. Okay, okay, so this is the corners. Here you can come to know, and that's the granny square. Okay, so this is how it will look. Okay, now we are going to weave in these 2 ends which we have. So you're going to go at the back of the granny square. So this is the front side where all the stitches are nicely neat and clean. This is the back side, a little different texture. Okay, so what we do here for weaving in the end, we just go here, okay, at the back, and try to come at the bottom of the stitches here. Okay, and then once you reach here, you're going to weave your tail at the bottom of that corner. Okay, so I went once, then you're going to go from the other stitches and come back this side. Okay, now from here, 2 stitches are here. I'm going to go the other side like this. Okay, and pull it through, and now I'm going to snip. Okay, as close as I can, and it is nice and tight, it won't come undone. Now I have this here. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do when I'm not working on the tail. So I'll go in this 3 stitches here, go into that, then go into the next 3 stitches underneath. So I'm passing my yarn through all the stitches here. Okay, all the way around till I reach at the start point, and then I'm going to pull it so that I can cinch it a little bit and make the circle little more smaller. Okay, and now since I've made it small, not as big as it was before, I'm just going to weave in my end 3 times, going back and forth, 2 times, and the 3rd time. Okay, here, and then snip the yarn, and that's done. So this is the front side. So you see the circle has gone little smaller. So when you're doing chain 5 method, the circle will remain a little bit bigger, but when we do the sun circle, the circle really, the center really goes down. Okay, but this is also a great way to make your granny square. Okay, so we have finished our square. Let's measure what is the size. So the 4 rows comes to 4 inches by 4. Okay, so with 4 rows you get a 4-inch granny square. Okay, with the 3 diggy yarn. So if you have any questions regarding how to make this granny square, okay, any part of the video you didn't get it, you can always write it down in comment section and I will surely answer them. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I will see you in our next video with something new and something fun on this channel. So till then, take care and bye bye.